Hi, I'm Jo. I'm a coach here at Willspace, and I'm going to lead you through an exercise today that we call Teacups. We use this to help develop shoulder mobility and the range of motion in the shoulder joint. We're going to start with the hand out to the side, middle finger facing towards the wall or whatever's to the side of you. We're going to break this down into 4 parts, into 4 positions that you can copy if you look in the mirror. So step 1 is I'm going to turn my middle finger in towards the side of my body, elbow out to the side. Step 2, shoulder rotates in, hand goes back. Yeah, take a second here to make sure you're matching me. See that I'm also twisting in my spine here. Step 3 is going to be pulling the elbow back, hand above the head here. Other shoulder is forwards now. Take a second and make sure that you're here. Good, and then step 4 is coming all the way back down to where we started. So let's try that again, okay? Step 1, step 2, 3, and 4. Nice, so you can keep this kind of segmented like this, but if it's starting to feel maybe a little bit more comfortable, you can kind of start to move through it a little bit more continuously. We like to call this teacups because you want to imagine that there's a teacup in your hand, right? This will start to work on the range of motion in the wrist as well, as you try not to drop the T, yeah? Good. And you should feel the shoulder working, right? You might feel stretching, you might feel a little bit of like crunching or things like that as the shoulder works to find its full range of motion in all of these positions. Good. Make your way through one last rotation and we'll switch to the other side. Good. And relax. Cool. So other side. We'll do the exact same thing. So middle finger faces out towards the side, elbow is in. We're gonna go to step 1. So middle finger in, elbow out. Step 2, shoulder in, hand is out here. Step 3, elbow goes back, hand is forward above the head. Step 4 is returning back to normal. Good. 1, 2, 3, and back. Here, there, making sure that you look like me in all these positions. And 4, good. And you might find that your range of motion is maybe a little bit more limited. You might not be able to get your elbow as far back here. It might be here. That's okay. We're just gonna keep working through this. You can do this every day and you'll see a total change in the way this looks in just a few weeks. Good, remember to keep the palm flat as if you have a teacup on it. You don't wanna spill it. Nice. Good, and just moving through this at your own pace, do what you need. Maybe the shoulder feels a little tighter, a little looser. Totally normal, as we're all a little imbalanced in our bodies, but this will definitely help to balance things out. Good. Let's do one last one on this side and then we'll move on. Good, and relax. All right, so now we're gonna move on to both arms at the same time, which might sound overwhelming. You might feel like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even get one arm, but let's just try this. You might find it a little bit more approachable than you think. So we're gonna start with both arms out to the side, so middle fingers point sideways. Let's go to step 1 together. So middle fingers in. Good, now you're gonna pull your shoulders forwards, making the hands go out. Here's step 2. Now we're gonna reach the middle fingers together, pull the elbows back behind you, open the chest, and then come back down. Yeah? So let's go back to our steps. Step 1. Good. 2 is rolling the shoulders forwards, hands out to the side. 3 is reaching the middle fingers together, pulling the shoulders back. and then coming back down. Good. So find the pace that works for you. And if all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you're like, holy cow, I'm in a totally different position than what Joe's in, just go ahead and find it again. Reorient yourself to this. Good. And you should feel right here a huge opening in the chest. I'm going to turn to the side just so that you can get a good look also of what my spine is doing as this starts to wake the spine up as well. So I'm here. Yeah. As I go, I ripple through my spine to start to work the spinal mobility on top of everything else. Yeah? Which might be a layer that you add on, right? If you're here just focusing on the shoulders, that's perfectly fine. Good, we're gonna do 2 more all together. And opening, last time. Open through the chest. Good, and relax.